Team Rocket Joey, thank you so much for being my first live stream as well. I really appreciate you, brother, and happy to be here.
Yes, sir. So make sure you guys go subscribe to Kenny Boulder. I have been watching him for multiple years now before I even started creating content. So this is honestly like a full circle moment for me personally. And it is Kenny's birthday. Make sure that you guys say happy birthday to the legend indeed.
Thank you so much again, Team Rocket Joey. Been a big fan for you as well. It is my birthday. I am a clowning with my Team Rocket getup, and it also means a lot because I'm a fan of your content too, bro. And you are my first guest of my live stream, so huge shouts to you, bro. I really appreciate us collaborating for our first time.
Yes, sir. Um. Okay, so we have to talk about it. I don't know if you saw. You probably did see that there were botters that were able to order. Yeah. I think the number was like 42,000 booster boxes of Phantasmal Flames.
Yeah.
What's going on? How have we gotten to this point here that we're already figuring out how to hack into the Pokemon Center and buy stuff before it's even listed? Like that's crazy work.
I mean, everyone knew that the drop was going to be today, this morning, and so I think obviously people data mined, they figured out when to go in, and they also got the link. So whoever gave the link, boom, bada bing, bada boom, and that's what happened, man. Like it's so easy, just spend $100 on a Discord server, jump in, wait until the link drops, and just here's 100 ETBs. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see this hobby slowing down anytime soon. Like not even a little bit, especially with how they're able. It seems like they're not ever going to release a bad set again, just based off all of these leaks and all the different sets that we're getting. Like people are already taught. I see it in my comment section a lot. People are saying, "Oh, yep, I'm saving up for Phantasmal Flames. I'm saving up for the Rayquaza set," and we haven't even seen anything about it.
Yeah. No, the hype culture is there, man, and it's funny because Pokemon cards have become like an investment tool, a asset tool, and it's just for me, we're seeing the, you had Wall Street bet guys, you have sneakerheads coming in, and now they're like, "Yo, let's just buy out everything. Fuck it, it'll sell," and it's just like. It's like the hype cycle, like rinse and repeat, over and over again. And shout out to my man Logan Paul. He started it, so getting the best characters in the hobby. Fuck.
Logan Paul, Aiden Ross, all of them fools. Yeah, bro. I just think. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency or no?
Of course, yeah. No, I'm pretty. Finance smart, cryptocurrencies, rug pulls. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this right now feels exactly how the altcoin season felt in 2017 in Pokemon right now. Because if you were to just go up and pull up any box, basically, you were up multiple hundreds of %. No one is willing to sell anything. But this, it just turns into a what's going to break.
Yeah.
And then once stuff starts breaking, we see a mass panic. I just don't think that this is going to go up forever. Like
there's a bubble. No, you're right. There's a fucking bubble. It's about to burst.
It's literally the biggest bubble. But so what do you say to people that are instantly hyper shilling video after video, week after week, month after month, day after day, saying it's not a bubble this time? It's different this time. Kenny, why is it different this time than it is any other time? Why is it different this time?
Like, I mean, the real talk, and this is, and I've talked about this in my videos before, like, it's all about scarcity. People can't find shit. So, yeah, you have to hype up the cards of the singles, and then you have to hype up certain sets because Pokemon Company keeps making new sets. I think 4 to 5 sets a year is insane. I think the fact that Like it creates artificial scarcity. It's making people like getting FOMO, and I will say a lot of people that I have talked to, a lot of my content, people who watch our videos, they've left the hobby because the reality is that if you can't find shit, you can't buy stuff. Then the only people that are going to be buying the cards at scalper prices are other scalpers or rip and shippers or whatnot streamers, and eventually it's
Yeah,
going to lead into like a bubble, and we are in a bubble right now. We are.
massive, massive. So with that whole point of scarcity, it's so funny to me when I watch, because me and you, we watch probably all the same content creators
Yeah.
because we covered them.
Yeah.
I think it's funny to me when people say X, Y, and Z set of hyper modern sets are scarce. Like, bro, there's still base set booster boxes. This stuff is not scarce at all. There's still first edition base set booster boxes in the world. It's like, and those are what, almost 30 years old.
Yeah, 30
Like,
years, man.
for anybody to believe that anything from Scarlet and Violet era is scarce is beyond. I don't even know the word delusional.
It's delusional.
Okay,
You're right.
We'll use delusional.
It's delusional. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Someone just gave me $5 for my birthday. Damn.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Unit, my man. This is so fun. Again, first live stream, but over 90% Pokemon cards have been printed in the past 5 years.
Oh, he took the glasses off. Listen up.
That's just the reality.
Listen up.
That's the truth, man. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. 90% Pokemon cards have been printed in the last 5 years. People are constantly, overhyping the new modern sets with the expectation that they're going to be valuable and worth more money in like 20 to 15 years from now. And the thing about this is that people, they're not going to hold onto this for 5 to 15 years. They're not. No.
Nope.
And the kids right now, you and I, when we were kids back in the 90s and early 2000s, we could find shit anywhere. I bought my first Pokemon cards at a 7-Eleven. I can't do that right now. You go anywhere right now, Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, fucking like anywhere, you will not find anything. And
at all.
Again, that bubble, like eventually the interest in the demand is going to disappear. There is that hype craze right now, and I think we are worse than we were ever before. Like right now, like Team Rocket Joey, I think we're worse than 2021, 2020. There's so much more demand. So
100%. So I titled this stream Collector vs. Scalper.
Yeah.
And I think you're the perfect person to be on the screen with me when I say this. So back in 2020, 2021, when I got back into the hobby and I was watching all of these hyper shills, should I name drop them right now or no?
You can. I don't care, dude. It's all good. This
so
is speech zone.
I don't know if you have any type of relationship or whatever with any of these people, but I'm gonna just drop the names. I've dropped them before.
Yeah.
So I would watch. I watched Alpha Investments back then. I watched. Danny Phantom. He's not really a hyper show, but I watched a lot of his stuff. I watched Northwoods TCG. I watched Cardinal Gaming. I watched Collect Pokemon. All of them were all saying the same exact stuff about how Shining Fates it's scary. But we're not getting allocated any of it. This is short printed. I don't know how's Pokemon gonna fix this. And it's like, bro, so many people probably fell victim to the same exact stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I held on to everything. I don't think people understand the feeling of holding onto something and how terrible it feels, especially if people haven't ever bought stuff and they're just falling into this hype FOMO that's going on right now. Pokemon's going to print all of this stuff that everyone thinks is extremely scarce, is running up to $500 a box on release. Like, honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons too why I started making content and why I literally get laughed at by their communities, by these same people's communities. And we have new players in the game this cycle that are better salesmen and better at convincing people as to why you should buy it now than that were then back then. That they're better this go around.
So I mean, right off the bat, I want to say thank you for inviting me. Obviously, my content blew up this year. I've been making
Yes,
YouTube
sir.
videos for 5 years, and I will say I've doubled my subscribers, I've doubled my views all this year because
Yes,
of the
sir.
lack of Pokemon cards, the scarcity, and the hype model. And it's true, it's this hype model. It's guys who come in and they pump, they hype, they keep pumping the certain cards, certain sets,
Yep.
and everyone has been like goo goo gaga for like 151 for for prismatic evolutions, and it's made this like an insane hobby like market right now. And I'm not a market guy, I'm not an economic dude, but even
Yeah.
I understand like, oh, this card set has value. And we've gone from nostalgia, from like good vibes, like just enjoying Pokemon cards, to just the hard numbers. It's like I'm going to talk about how much these sets will be worth now and how much they'll be worth in 15 years. And it's just like sensationalism. It's making people super excited for what the price is. And it's really kind of, it is clickbait. And it works. People want to know what is the next $1 million card. People want to be like, oh, that Charizard? This Charizard? It's going to be worth millions of dollars later, bro. It's like, that's what it is.
It really is. And I don't even think anybody's talking about this, but vintage still hasn't recovered from
No.
the COVID boom. Like the Charizard is still down 50%, and it's going up crazy right now, but it's still down 50%.
Yeah.
Imagine if you bought it at $400,000 in a PSA 10 shadowless, like, bro, and you're still down today 50%. like, bro,
I
that's
mean,
crazy work.
I think all the vintage is gone. I think those days are long gone, if I want to be honest with you, because the amount of Pokemon fans has bloomed and exploded. And
Yeah.
also, I want to say thank you guys. I see people saying happy birthday in both our chats. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But
Yes, sir.
but the point is that a lot of people who were not into Pokemon cards have gotten into it. Like
Yeah.
I want to say like Pokemon Pocket, like it is a mobile game. It is a gotcha. You can pay money to rip packs online on your phone, and because of Pokemon Pocket, you have millions of new fans coming in, and then people are just like this rediscovering their passion and interests. And obviously, there's a lot more influencers like us, and whether that be name dropping like some Pokemon investor bros or like people like me, you, Opossum Bud, Kira, Rattles, all of our channels have like talked about this, and people are seeing every week viral fucking clips like today's 40,000 phantasmal flames buyout, and then yesterday my what was it, my Twitter blew up because I posted a picture of a guy buying a whole pallet of Pokemon cards. So
Yeah, that's
that's the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail of the stream too.
yeah.
Bunch of Asian dudes buying all these Pokemon cards. So
Yeah, so we could talk about that right now.
yeah,
How is that even possible? The dude had to have known the store owner, because there's just no way that in this market, and
no.
the store owners, they all know at this point, they all see it. That's crazy. You have to know somebody to be able to make a play like that, because there's just no way.
So I mean, again, a lot of this is hearsay, but the fact that people were retweeting me, DM me that they went, these three dudes, they went to three separate Sam's Clubs around the Kansas area, and they just kept buying. And so the fact that we're seeing dudes, and of course, for context, for folks out there who've been living on a rock, there was a Prismatic Evolutions Tyranitar Lucario box, came with 15 packs, cost $55. And it was supposed to be, Sam's Club was advertising. It would be 2 per membership. Somehow these dudes had like over 60 memberships. And they're like, here, we have 60 memberships. Click, 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 click. And then, surprise, you have this, viral picture again of these 3 dudes walking with an entire pallet of Pokemon cards. And employees were like, yeah, like, I don't want to sell them, but, that's our market. That's our policy is, if you come in with 50 memberships, you can walk with a whole pallet. And so everyone apparently in Kansas City knows these dudes, and they are like trying to ban them now. So
Ban them from the city.
So it's just insane. And I do agree with you that there's probably like a little bit of inside information because they came in with a plan. They walked in, they knew when the drop was, when to go, what stores to go, and they got as much as they could. So
Yeah, no, that's. Hey, I mean, I think personally that they got to be going straight to Whatnot, and they got to be straight going to wheel spins because there's no way. I don't know. So in the last week, I made a video. I actually went on to Whatnot for the first time to watch a wheel spin, and it wasn't even to purposely go watch Pokemon stuff. I was looking for like I saw that people would do golf club sales on Whatnot.
Yeah.
And I went on there and I was like, oh wait, I know that Pokemon, like there's a whole Pokemon Whatnot, and I experienced it for the first time of the wheel spins. I know like rip and ships are there.
Yeah.
But watching a wheel spin Whatnot show, it literally opened my eyes to how this hobby got to where it's at. They are not even selling this stuff on the screen because they're selling Korean.
Yeah.
Like they'll list 10 whatever prismatic ETBs, right? And they'll have like 500, 1,000 single packs or double packs of Korean or Japanese, which is like what, $1.50 a pack. People are literally paying $50 for, and they're getting 2 packs of Korean, 2 packs of Japanese. And I'm like, bro, this is sick. Like, disgustingly sick.
I mean, bro, not to be that guy, but online gambling is everywhere. You go on your phone, and I'm a sports guy. I want to put it out there. I love football. I love the Broncos. I love like things, like I have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
And so the gambling is just everywhere. You can go gamble anywhere. Whatnot. You can watch people gamble on Twitch, on Kick. And so I think people do go goo goo gaga and then, cookie cutter, so to speak, when they see like those folks. And it's so easy. All you need is a credit card. You don't even need an ID. You can just go in and be like, yeah, I'll put $50 in and see what I can, get. So it's just crazy. Yo, someone dropped you just $20 just now. Holy moly.
Shout out Lazy Mon. That's the goat. That's my first ever YouTube member.
Wow.
Lazy Mon's been here since the jump in January. Yeah, shout out Lazy Mon. 1 Korean pack, please. That's crazy.
Let's go. We'll get the wheel right now. You can. And also, like, again, I feel like Whatnot is the Wild West. Like you can.
Oh, for sure.
You don't even
where's the regulation at?
There's no regulation. You can just fucking do whatever you want. And I've covered many stories, and you have too, of people who literally like do the wheel spin because they have to like have a luck element. Because apparently you can't just like, you can't just buy an auction off. You have to have I'm going to do a luck element. And if people don't like buy into it, they'll just fucking destroy the cards live on stream. It's like every other week.
I would be sick. I would literally be sick if I won that and someone did something crazy like that.
Yeah. And it's just wild for me because a lot of folks, again, we're in this like weird market I don't want to use this term all the time, but scumbag, the most toxic, really cringy people in the Pokemon card hobby. And I'm talking like people who like are sneakerheads, who like migrated over here for whatever reason and said, you know what? I am going to absolutely like use bots to buy hundreds of thousands of ETBs because I want to flip it and sell it. And usually it's on Facebook Marketplace. It's on fucking like Whatnot. And a lot of times they actually sell it to other scalpers. So... and there's a video I went viral. A guy literally went to an MJ Holdings Walmart restock, bought the whole box of Pokemon cards, went to a card shop to try to sell it to the vendors.
I mean, so one of my friends that I went to high school with, he just recently got in with the prismatic boom and everything. And he had messaged me because he saw my shorts on TikTok. He was like, I didn't even know that was you. Like, I had no idea you were into all of this type of stuff. And fast forward, like he starts to understand it. He starts to go, hunting, whatever.
Yeah.
But before it, I mean, prismatic definitely was extremely hard to find. but he was able to figure it out in the city, like where the vendors and stuff goes, and he would go sell it to the card shops.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, this is actually crazy.
So some of the stories I've covered as well is you would have card shop owners lose their distribution access with Pokemon, and then they would then turn into like actual scalper villains themselves. They would literally go to stores and buy out everything. And I've covered stories from like either from California, Florida, Texas, you know, and these guys would literally like, they've been in the card business for like years, and they would originally do sports cards, and now they're like going to get Pokemon cards. And so there was a viral picture that it was like a store owner. His name was Ernie. He literally had a bag of Target cards, like getting out
in a Target bag.
And a Target at his own store. And it was just like surreal. It was surreal. And it's just like, yo, man, like you're really fishing, trying to get stuff, and I get it. Like a lot of people lost their distribution access because it just got overpriced, and there is that scarcity element. Like Pokemon Company and Pokemon Center, they're prioritizing like the big retailers. So I understand that, but it's just like kind of like wild to see a dude just like there's pictures of him like going everywhere at every Target, and then a moment later it's like him pulling out Pokemon cards out of a Target bag at his own store.
That's what's up, bro. shout out all the TCG store scalper owners. That's a different level, bro.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are good local stores. Like my local game store, they only bring their prices to what they bought it for, like truly, and they're good to me. And I go to their stuff all the time. But there's a lot of bad actors out there. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's people who work with the vendor. They work with restocker, and I use the term inside trading because it's become inside trading. Like the vendors themselves are now working with the restockers to buy out the stuff, and it's become the Wild West, man. Like shit. All you gotta do is like, yo, I'll give you $100. Just tell me when you're out there. Tell me when you go to the store. I'll meet you I'll be there in 10 minutes, and you put the stuff out, and I'll buy everything after you're gone. So,
yeah, that's crazy. So when Shining Face came out, I did the same exact thing back then that my friend texts me now, and I'm just thinking like I've lived through this before. I've seen it before. I know what's on the other side, and people don't understand. All these people that think they're about to make all this money super quick, and all these investors that are coming in brand new that are trying to catch up to all the people that were here during Sword and Shield and before that. They've never seen the point in time in the market that it will come back. It will come back when nobody wants anything.
It will come back
when stuff is stagnant. Doesn't matter if there's a Umbreon chase, if there's a Gengar chase, if there's a Rayquaza chase. All of those sets from Sword and Shield were under MSRP.
Yeah.
All of them. Doesn't matter.
You can go out, there was a time like a year ago. You can go on TikTok and you can find people literally selling Fusion Strike for less than MSRP.
Yeah.
It will come.
But
it will come.
Apparently, MSRP is a make-believe number. It's an arbitrary number. That's what the business owners are telling us now. When I hear stuff like that, I'm like, there has to be an ulterior motive, because there's no way that people are really, and these people have a higher subscriber count than us.
Yeah,
telling their fans, their subscriber supporter, that things are never going to go back down to MSRP. MSRP isn't a real number. It's and I'm just thinking like, bro, this is literally diabolical. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and the reality, and again, Team Rocket Joey, like, guys, check him out as well. If you're in my stream, again, check out his content, give him a subscribe as well. The reality, when the bubble bursts, it's gonna fucking, there's gonna be a flood of stuff on the market. And whether that be, in a couple of months, in a year, there will be that moment when dudes who've been hoarding thousands of dollars worth of product, they're going to find no one willing to buy their shit because the interest is going to be gone. And again, I mean, we talk about Labubus. Fuck, dude. I guarantee you, like Beanie Babies, man. Like we're '90s guys. We're early 2000s. We've been in this hobby for a long time, and I've
Yeah.
seen it. I've seen it all. So
Yeah, I have no comment on Labubus. I think that's literally one of the goofiest things. It's like the 2025 fidget spinner, bro. It's just gonna be here and gone. I don't hear people talking about them anymore. But have they already fallen off or what?
No, it is
Not
everywhere.
so
It's still
huge.
everywhere.
They're getting bigger.
They're getting bigger. It's dumb, bro.
Oh,
I swear.
oh no.
I'm in my corner. My niche has always been Pokemon, but I always keep
Yeah.
like a pulse on like other things in like the virtual space, other hobbies. I can tell you right
Yeah.
now, I went to an anime convention this weekend, and there was Labubus everywhere, and they were both
No.
authentic Labubus and fake Labubus. So like one vendor would have like, oh, these are straight from like the factory from China, $180 for like a small ass Labubu. And you go down one other store, it's like the fake shit, and it's like $25.
And people are buying the fake ones, huh? Because
Yeah,
they don't want to pay the market price of the real ones.
exactly. The
That's
biggest
so goofy, bro.
Team Rocket Joey. Let me tell you the scalper fit. The scalper fit is Crocs, Crocs and sandals. Okay, Crocs and sandals, a black hoodie, a bag that is on your chest with a Labubu.
The Supreme bag.
Yeah,
The Supreme bag.
the Supreme bag with a Labubu. That is a scalper fit. And
Oh,
maybe like a hat, like a sports hat. And the sports hat is gonna be either like the Dodgers or like the fucking like Yankees, because that's just the look.
I can't, bro. Are the Crocs in sport mode or are they just regular?
This is regular, bro. You can see the back of your feet. That's the fit. That's who you're fighting over Pokemon cards at Target and Walmart.
So how do you feel? Do you think that Pokemon is ever going to be able to fix this vending machine situation that we got going on here, where people are just spamming? Like, it's so crazy over the evolution of this whole vending machine fiasco. So I was going to the vending machine. That's how I was able to get Surging Sparks booster boxes.
Yeah.
As soon as they all sold out, and I was like, oh nah, this is getting horrible, because I saw Surging Sparks instantly fly up, and I was like, I have to go look. Nobody was looking at any of the vending machines at all. I'm in California, so I think we were one of like the first states to actually get them, and now I go during my work lunch breaks to go look at them. All sold out every time.
Gone.
Every single time.
Gone.
There's nothing nowhere. And I don't. It's the stuff that's on the screen that actually got stocked, because I saw Paldean Fates ETBs in the vending machine this week. I don't know if they were there or not. I don't know if Pokemon's stocking them, but I don't know.
No, Team Rocket Joey, let me ask you your first question. I personally hate the vending machines. I think
You hate them?
I hate them. I think you should get rid of them, because the only people that usually get the cards from the vending machines are people who loiter, and there's a lot of bad shit happening. And at this point,
around.
yeah, no, they
Following
loiter
around
around,
the
and of
vendors.
course the glitch, man, the fucking glitch, bro. It's like like Homeboy is using like Naruto Ninjutsu moves here to unlock the hidden gates. And so
shout out to Mimic Brew for making that video. I don't know if you watched it, where he actually encountered one of those people.
No, I've not seen it. Like,
he encountered one and interviewed him, bro. And then went to another spot and found him again. I was like, bro, this is actually crazy.
But people have been paying attention to them only this year, though. They came out 2 years ago, like in 2023.
Did they?
Yeah, I think 2023. Because I remember when I started, because there was once upon a time, Team Rocket Joey, you can get Evolving Skies from the vending machines.
Oh, say it ain't so,
and
brother.
Those days, like, it's not as like known now, but like it's always been like people buying out all the machines. And there's one of the largest scalpers that I feature on my channel. His name is Un Man Win. There was viral videos of this dude This guy in
Is that
California,
that's
Orange County.
speeding?
The one
Is
that
that
got
the
banned. Yeah, the one.
car?
Yes, so he got banned from TikTok because he recorded finding a vendor binder, and he was going through pages of the vendor binder, and he
Nice.
recorded it. He recorded going through the vendor schedule.
Nice.
So he got banned. But yeah, no. I think they should be removed because it doesn't work, man. People have been unplugging the machines. They do the fucking cheat code, the Konami cheat code, and it's just like it doesn't work anymore. It's just bad.
Oh man, yeah. I think an unmanned Pokemon, anything where you can buy it from that's unmanned, is probably not a good idea.
No.
I mean, it makes money for Pokemon.
Yeah.
So on the back end, they're probably looking at it like, oh, these are so successful. These are crazy successful.
Yeah.
Oh, people, there's videos coming out where people are manipulating them. All right, let's patch it. Let's fix this and that. And every patch, there's someone else that figures out a glitch to the system every time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I personally said I think that Pokemon should just open up their own brick and mortar stores in all the cities. There's no reason to put these vending machines. They know that they'll be able to sell them out of the store. It'd be the biggest store, bro. It'd literally be one of the biggest stores.
They used to have in-person stores, Pokemon centers, and there was only like 1 or 2 in America. But
yeah,
I would love to see that as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
No, I know they actually have I know they have one in Japan. And do they have one in America?
I think there was one once upon a time, but it became the Nintendo World Store now in New York City. I've been there myself. If you go to New York City, like by like Times Square, there's like this Nintendo World Store. It's just all Nintendo brand now, but it used to be only Pokemon. And at one point, I think the door handle is a Pokeball. So you go in, there's like a Pokeball. Okay. It's like because that's like what's left over. They still sell Pokemon plushies. I got a bunch of Pokemon plushies from there once, but I agree with you. There should be brick and mortar stores, and maybe we gotta do like a Spirit Halloween store where Pokemon just kind of takes over like a vacant lot. Just bring a bunch of Pokemon cards, Pokemon products.
Spirit Halloween.
Just go in there for a couple of months, And sorry, this jacket is so fucking hot. So
yeah, you're all good. That jacket is crazy though.
Yeah, it is a Pokemon 25th anniversary jacket. So it's pretty cool. It flips. You can turn to black, or you can have all the starter Pokemon in the front. So
I should have bought that, bro. I played myself.
Dude, no. There's so much swag. There's so much cool things you can get, and I skip a lot of stuff too. So.
Yeah, so they would make so much money if they built these stores in every city. It doesn't even have to be a huge, magnificent store. Like
a pop-up. But I will say it would be like it would still be insane. Like
it could be GameStop sized. and it'd be fine.
But the thing though is that even if they did like a temporary like pop-up shop, there'd be lines that would be like across the fucking like neighborhood. Like I don't know if you saw like videos of the Pokemon World Championship in Anaheim this year, but they had like a world store, and the lines were just bonkers. Like it felt like watching like Black Friday videos, like people just like rushing in and just like fighting over each other. Like, dude, and I do mean it. Like people are making fun of me in the comments, but the hobby right now is cooked. It's so cooked.
No, it really is. It really is.
Like imagine you're like a 12-year-old kid. You gotta fight again.
Kids are out of here, bro. Kids aren't in this hobby anymore. Yeah, they've been pushed out by the 30-year-old adults.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it sucks, man. That's the reality. Like, when you and I were kids, we could buy shit anywhere. I go in Walmart, there'd be entire walls of Pokemon cards, and now it's just like it's Frank and Jim hanging out, waiting in the lawn chairs for the restockers to show up and to buy the whole cart. So
someone said we need Pokemon centers could go for some promos. That'd be crazy.
I mean, the market right now is exclusivity and scarcity, right? So the more exclusive you make things, the more people want them. FOMO, feeling left out.
Yeah.
That's like the psychology, right? You make people.
That's my favorite emotion to feel.
Yeah, dude, I love FOMO. I love I want to buy more. I want more.
if I don't buy it right now, I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna have another chance to get it. Even Phantasmal Flames, if I don't buy it today, if I don't go on eBay today and pay 3x MSRP today, I will never have another chance ever in my lifetime to buy any Phantasmal Flames.
So the crazy thing is that even today's like whole like shit show, like orders
Yeah.
getting canceled, whatever, people still were buying shit on eBay. You go on eBay right now, you look up Phantasmal listings, and you look at completed listings. There's still pre-orders that were bought, and now these idiots don't have it. So it's like now they got to cancel their pre-orders. So.
Well, I've heard stories about that in the past of where they would list all of this stuff early and then they would just cancel it. So it's basically a interest-free loan for whoever listed on eBay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's easy money, bro. And of course,
and I'm just like
that's liquidity, right?
Yeah. That, I'm just glad that I've gotten to the point mentally where I'm at right now to where it doesn't matter what anybody says. I'm going to make a decision for myself. You know what I mean?
No, I respect that. And I think it's more because for whatever reason, there's a lot of content creators who literally target either kids or people who just don't know anything about the hobby. And so, like we talked about, like the used car salesman. Hey guys, trust me, this price point for Fusion Strike is great right now.
Trust me.
Trust me, bro. $200 for an ETB. Buy it, you'll see it go up 80% in like a year. And people fall for it, you know? And of course, like then the question is how are you going to sell that shit in like a year, you know? Like
how do we know that the liquidity is going to be there in a year to sell it?
Trust me, bro.
The thing is, though, too, with this whole situation, and you said, who are you going to sell it to? They're going to sell it to the same people that told them to buy it for 60% of the market price that it's at.
I mean, you're right.
That's exactly who they're going to sell it to. And it's the same people that they're probably, they're membered up. They are in their patrons. They're already giving them all this money. And they're just going to sell everything to them for a fire sale. The market's going to go up again in 2 more years after that. And then they're going to be like, oh, wow, well, here I am again. Let me listen to what they're saying again. And I don't know. People just never learn.
You're absolutely right, dude. And my question to you is obviously like it comes in rift and waves, you know, like a cycle. It's a cycle. Do you think the cycle will be broken ever? Like there will be a time when scalpers can't sell to other scalpers. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the funniest part too, and I just got to go back to crypto real quick because I listened to a bunch of people talk about crypto. They're already saying right now that the 4-year cycle is broken. So now it's just probably going to translate over into Pokemon eventually, and they're going to say, "Yep, the cycle is broken. We're not going into a bear market ever again," and it's all just snake oil salesman tactics.
Yeah.
Literally.
I don't want to be that guy, but I do recognize that desperate people do desperate things. I recognize that
100%.
The economy is kind of like, we don't know what the fuck, where things are going. Job market's weird right now. Like, I know a lot of people my age are getting laid off en masse or they're getting replaced by AI. And that means that they need to make money. They got to, bring food, bread on the table, so to speak. So I know there are people out there who are literally like, and there was a video that went viral that I talked about. A guy said, I just got out of jail. This is how I make my money. And he's walking with literally a cart of Pokemon cards. And an old gentleman comes up to him, a grandpa. He's like, I want 1 ETB. Give me 1 ETB.
That gotta be rage bait. That gotta be rage
bait. At this point, I don't know. But like, he asked for 1 ETB. He said, nah, man, I got, I got this is to pay my bills. And so for me, I get it. And this is like a tip of the iceberg. It's a tip of the iceberg. Every day, Team Rocket Joey, there's people out there who are getting laid off, and now they're just selling their cards. They're selling the stuff they used to have. I get it. Your card breaks down. You need $500. What's easy to sell? Pokemon cards, apparently. So.
Yeah, literally, people are looking at Pokemon cards as the number one end-all, be-all asset. If you don't have them, you're going to fall behind. If you don't buy them today for 300% market price, you are a quote unquote Timmy.
Yeah.
You're broke, you're poor, you're stupid if you if you don't buy Pokemon cards today for 300% market price,
Okay,
300% MSRP. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
there was an article by like I think the Wall Street Times or whatever, and it was a bunch of
Uh-huh.
like crypto bros or like people who've been in Wall Street, and
Yeah,
they basically were like, "He's falling apart, chat." But no,
yeah, very good.
there was a Wall Street article, and it was like, "Oh, people are looking at card collections and Pokemon cards as the next asset. Extra assets like people you could use to basically like, oh, you have a card. At this point, we're like one step away, dude, from going into like buying a house, getting a mortgage, and it's like, okay, I have $30,000. Oh, I also have $20,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Can I use that as like an asset for the down payment? Like, I guarantee you, we're so close to that right now. People are gonna be doing that shit. It's gonna be hilarious.
It's so crazy the sentiment of Pokemon cards because I talked to Pokeplumber. I don't know if you know who that is or
No,
not.
no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, so yeah, he's just a content creator. So I talked to him and I was talking about Fusion Strike. The Fusion Strike booster box has to be studied
Yeah.
because nobody wanted it for $80. And now that everybody believes that Pokemon is the number one asset today, it's $1,000.
Yeah.
Why did people not want it at $80, but they want it at $1,000 and are willing to go into credit card debt for it? That is, and it's not only Fusion Strike. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of other sets from Sword and Shield that are reaching the same prices
Yeah.
that were at $80 for the longest time. Nobody wanted them.
First, shout outs to Pokeplumber. I'll definitely check him out. I think if he passes your vibe check, I'll make sure I
Yeah.
follow along.
Yeah, he's not a hyper shill, so
Yeah. Okay. He passes
just
my
it
vibe
could
check
be-
then.
yeah.
But I mean, again, that's like the age-old question, which is feeling left out, the FOMO. I feel like a lot of people. I mean, some cards are hit or miss, and like for example, I think Fusion Strike had some good cards that people just didn't realize that they wanted, like the Mew card, the Celebi alternate art card, and of course the Gengar card. Everyone wants the fucking goddamn Gengar card. Like that's just the hype. We're in the hype era of Pokemon, and so like it depends on the card set. And for example, people don't give a shit about Battle Styles to this day. I remember Battle Styles came out in 2022, 2021. No one cared about that. And now Fusion Strike, like originally, yeah, that Gengar was worth like $300. Now it's like almost like $1,000, $1,500. And so that one
I
card,
think at one point it was like 160.
Yeah.
Like people really didn't want anything to do with Fusion Strike. That's what I'm saying. It has to be studied because there's something I'm missing here, and I don't know.
I
really
mean,
don't.
if it's one thing I give credit, like those big content creators who like elevate and they hype the cards and the sets, they're doing a great job. It's so easy for them.
Yeah.
And of course, their grift is you gotta build hype. You gotta build like, oh, trust me,
The
guys.
grift.
Come on, like check out this ball, these cards. I guarantee you, this Snorlax card, it's gonna be worth 3 times X. You want to buy this set right now. So,
Unfortunately, that is indeed exactly where we're at.
dude, I think again, I emphasize this. This market, this current Pokemon card like status, we are worse than ever before. I truly do think that. Like, I thought Prismatic Evolutions was bad, but now seeing like people hype on, and I think people don't know about this, so I'm gonna tell you right now. Pokemon 30th anniversary is next year, 2026, man. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, I know, 100%. Because it was when Celebrations came out.
Yeah.
I literally drove to Targets and there were lines of people like how there are today for Celebrations.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, 2 years later, nobody wanted Celebrations.
No.
It was sitting at MSRP market price. Everybody said they hated it. The stamp sucks. The cards suck. They're all reprint cards. They came up with all these reasons as to why they hate the set. And it's like, you guys were lining up for it. What do you mean? what do you mean you hate the set? Like, I I think the thing is, people just come and go.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Faster. Like, they're not gonna be here long term, like how they think they're gonna be here.
I mean, a lot of the guys who are whatnot streamers, they show up every other week. There's always a new one, and there's always going to be more guys who rip and shippers. And don't get me wrong, I have no bad blood between rip and shippers. Like, I get it. Like, if you get the product and people buy from you, you're a genius for making that work. I would not personally buy a $15 like a 15 pack, but they find people that do. And so it really is a consumer issue where it's like, what makes people go into scarcity? What makes people be desperate enough to buy from, from these kind of folks? So that's like $1 million question.
Yeah, that's one of the things I go over on my channel a lot in the actual like when I try to talk people like down off the hype in the investing content that I make.
Yeah.
People do not, and I'm going to say this very clearly, people do not have money to lose right now. They don't have money to lose. They think everything's just going up forever. Once they feel like they're going to lose money, it's over.
It is. It is. You're absolutely right. Team Rocket Joey, the analogy I want to give you is that you're literally outside of a burning building holding fire insurance saying, don't go in. Don't go in, man. Just don't. Don't buy it.
That's literally what it is.
Don't buy it.
And I lived through it. I literally lived through it. I experienced it. I went into the building holding Shining Fates and Champions Path because that was the hottest of the last hype cycle, and then everything died down. All of your guys' favorite alternate art sets from Sword and Shield died.
I mean, the thing I gotta give credit to where credit is due is that Pokemon Company, like, they're so smart, and they're a corporation. They're gonna keep making pretty shit. And I mean, we talked about this already, but like, seriously, 4 to 5 sets a year is just too much. It literally forces like the print shops, the companies, like capacity to focus on one set at a limited pace. And because of that, that does create that element of like FOMO. Like, if I don't get it now, I'm never gonna get it. And it's like, a lot of people have obviously moved on to just collecting singles. I used to be like, if I don't rip it, I don't want it. It's kind of guy, Like, I had to rip every single box until the card I wanted. But that just became not sustainable. That's like gambling, Like, you're trying to get a hit that you're going to spend like, what, $500 for a card that's worth like $50? Nah, just buy the single at that point.
Yeah. So we were talking before, and I was telling you how I actually learned financial literacy through Pokemon. And I did the exact same thing when I first came back into the hobby. I was opening up Champions Path at $100 in ETB.
Machops Path, bro. Machops Path.
To get regular hollow rare Machamps, bro. Like that's the same exact thing for Prismatic Evolutions. I don't know what the super common pull out of that set is, but I know it's not an ESIR. I know it's not an SIR. It's probably like a Pokeball or something like that.
The reality, bro, is that, and I love Pokemon. Like, it doesn't matter if it's like a good set or a bad set. I love Pokemon overall because that's me. I am like, people call me Puritan. Like, I'm a Puritan. I'm all way too pure about Pokemon. I am. I think I'm one of the few content creators who doesn't have sponsorships, who doesn't have a shop. I'm not gonna shill you. I'm not gonna tell you what to buy because I don't give a shit about the prices. I don't. And so for me, I come as a place of a collector, as a person who just loves Pokemon. And that's the thing about the love of Pokemon cards. It's meant to be open. It's meant to be traded. It's not meant to be treated as an asset. And I appreciate that you've learned how to be financially literate. For me, it's like I just learned to watch my budget.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's not like I have $1 million in Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was just buying stuff here and there over the time when nobody wanted anything, and I could just go to the store and buy whatever because it was sitting. Nobody wanted anything. I would go back the next week. The same stuff was there. Nobody wanted anything. over time, I
Yeah.
just amassed a collection.
Between 2021 and 2020, like three, that lull that you're talking about, where literally
Yeah,
I remember seeing Evolving Sky sitting in shelves for days, not weeks,
4 days.
just days. And I think there was a time at one point where things would just be on the shelves for weeks. They would just stay there. Like you can
Yeah.
go in, you can find stuff like 24/7. I think there will be a day, and it might not be like next year or 2027, but I want to say it's going to be in the next 5 years that we will see that return, where people have
Oh, for
so much
sure.
Pokemon cards, and it will be just so overly abundant that people would stop overhyping them. And I can say that for Prime, Prime Energy Drink. 2 years ago, that shit was everywhere, and you could not find it. You could not find it. You could not find any Prime energy drinks. I
Yeah.
hate Prime. I don't drink energy drinks, but like I remember like people were like fucking elbowing each other, fighting each other for fucking like Logan Paul's energy drink.
Yeah.
Today in 2025, you go in a store, you can find that shit on discount, on clearance.
So, what do you have to say? I seen a comment right here. This is a funny comment for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong one. Hold on.
Nah,
From Passion Control, Pokemon cannot print to demand. How do you feel about that? Because
they can, they can. Like, what was it? Wizards of the Coast. They do that shit all the time. Like most collectibles can do print to demand, and I think that's a great comment to point out because right now Pokemon Company willingly chooses not to print to demand because they keep making new sets. I guarantee you, if they sat and said we'll do prismatic evolutions until end of 2025, and they just focus on that shit, they can do that easily. But because they want to they got investors, they got people in like a big tower drinking Kool-Aid, drinking champagne, saying, all right, well, what else can we do to make more money? And
facts.
they're gonna make a set that's gonna be scarce, that has god packs, that has alternative secret arts, and then people are like us, we're gonna just eat that shit up like candy, like butter. Yummy, yummy.
I think the funniest part though is when all of these third party resellers that have distribution access get offered we're gonna print to your order, or
Yeah.
we're gonna just you take as much as you want, whatever number you put in, that's what you're gonna get. And that's gonna be crazy work because people don't think that can actually ever come back.
Yeah.
It's just a hive mind. It literally affects even some of the smartest people, and it's just going to be very, very, very interesting to watch what these people say after all of this stuff happens.
Listen, Team Rocket Joey, you and I, we're content creators. Our passion is Pokemon, and we love fans, we love collectors. There are people
Yeah.
out there who are their entire livelihoods is focused on overhyping and overselling. And I talk about the grift, man. The grift is real, bro. It's Discord servers access. Hey, man, you want to buy some Pokemon cards? You gotta pay $50 from access to my bots, my monitors, and I promise you, I'll find some stuff for you. And it's just like it's stupid shit like that. That's how they make content. That's how they sell. So that's the truth.
So what do you say to these hyper grifter companies that are making these Discord servers, but claiming
Yeah.
that they're not a botting service, even though it is essentially it's not a put in your cart and buy bot, it's a notification bot, but they think that they're morally more I don't accept whatever the word is.
Well, first off, also I want to say, if you're new here, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel, guys. Definitely check out Team Rocket Joey's YouTube channel as well. I've actually got a couple subscriptions, so I hope you've been doing the same for Team Rocket Joey. But I do want to answer your question. The reality is that it's like, again, we talk about a used car salesman. It is a grift. It is not like fair. And honestly, it's pay to win. That's the word I've been using, pay to win. You are paying to have access for a product to buy. That is stupid. No other hobby has that. No other hobby has a element of, okay, well, you have to work with a third party seller to get access. And at this point, it's just like the only one that's hurting themselves is Pokemon Company, because they're enabling third party sellers, they're enabling Discord cook groups, and again, that's what they're called. They're called cook groups.
Cook
Cook
groups.
groups.
That's crazy.
It's like gambling, man. It's like making like drugs. It's a cook group, and they're the ones who are profiting the most from this scarcity and from this insane hobby right now. The market is stupid. You can tell people, yo, join my Discord server. I'll tell you when to go and buy things, and it'll be like information that's like publicly available.
Facts. I want to get your opinion, because there's another grift. I mean, I don't have any bad intention toward any company or whatever. Get your money, right?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about companies that popped up recently, like Graded Guard, just like all of these extra external things that actually have nothing to do with Pokemon, but the Pokemon hobby is essentially overcharging even more just for like even acrylics too.
Yeah.
Acrylic and Graded Guard are like the two of the biggest things that popped up this year in the hobby.
Well, I mean, listen, Team Rocket Joey, this is $1 billion industry. You know, fucking top loaders, penny fucking sleeves. You know, like some people wear gloves for fucking card openings, and I like it. Like, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like, it's just like, no shade to people who do that. No shade to anyone who does that. But this is like, again, it's an easy market to like make people feel like their cards are worth value, and to make value, you gotta make sure that customers, you gotta like have those sleeves, have the cards graded. I'll be honest with you, bro. I have never graded a card. All my cards here, all my collections, ungraded. I just have shit that's I just open, I rip, and I just enjoy. First, I don't trust.
Do you have any slabs at all? Or any PSA cards at all?
No, none.
Oh,
I generally mean it. I'm a Puritan at heart. I would never trust a stranger, let alone a company, my Pokemon cards.
That's. I mean, I respect it. I understand it too.
Yeah.
When I sent out my first submission, I had to come to the terms, like with myself internally, that the second I walk away from this box at UPS right now, this could be gone. I could never see these again. And I don't think that actually gets talked about enough in the hobby.
No, it doesn't.
Like you could lose and people are sending in thousands and thousands and thousands of cards. Like, it's extremely risky, and you just have to be willing to accept the fact that you could lose everything and you could never see that stuff again.
So GameStop implemented their PSA grading service, and there's so many stories of people losing their graded cards. Just suddenly they leave it, gone. And so for me, I understand why people grade their cards, because PSA, Beckett, whatever companies, like the OGs, whatever. I get why they want to make that exclusivity where it's like, oh, this card is worth more value because it's in pristine condition. For me, as a collector, it's always been like, I just like having the cards. It's never been about the value. And I have some cards that are worth money. Like, I have the, I brought some to share to show and tell you. Because
what you got, bro?
I got a Rayquaza Evolving Skies.
Let's go. Did you pull that?
I pulled that.
Oh, you're a legend.
Evolving Cries? Evolving Cries? More like Evolving Skies.
Yep, not for KB. KB got the Rayquaza.
So, like, and again, like, I rip cards. The stuff in my collection is stuff that I will never grade because I just have it. So, again, this is Roaring Skies Rayquaza. And, I'm going to ask you this in a second, but my favorite Pokemon, like, not to sound basic, my favorite Pokemon are, like, is Rayquaza, Shining Umbreon, Sudowoodo, and I just love those Pokemon. Sudowoodo, man, the fucking tree. So I'm gonna ask you right now, Team Rocket Joey, what's your favorite Pokemon? Top 3, any order.
So I used to have on my YouTube channel banner. It was the Rayquaza and the Lugia art, the Lugia V and the Rayquaza V Max, because Lugia was my favorite Pokemon until Rayquaza came out.
Yeah.
and I have both of these cards right here.
Woo!
I graded this, so I took the risk and graded this.
Yeah.
I bought it
Yeah.
for 300. Took the risk. And then I would have to say Gengar is my third, just because it's my mom's favorite Pokemon.
Yeah. No. No, I respect that. Yeah, and chat, for real. Like, again, please share me your favorite Pokemon as well. I see people saying, Rayquaza, Deoxys. Like, yo, for real, I love Pokemon. That's like my bread and butter. My whole YouTube channel is the love of Pokemon. It just so happens that I got viral and I got big with my niche, which is calling out scalpers, calling out scammers, calling out clowns who are literally in the hobby for the wrong reasons. So I know Team Rocket Joey is legit. Kenny Boulder approval right here, boys and girls.
Hey, there we go. We made it. We made it on the KB approval.
I mean, he literally this is my first live stream, so I really appreciate you again, Team Rocket Joey, for being my first person I interviewed and talked to, man. And dude, honestly, you just hit me up literally yesterday. What are you doing tomorrow? Yeah. You free?
Yeah. I think I reached out to you a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe, just to like say what's up. I think, and we were talking about this too before, I think a lot of people should actually start talking with more people in the hobby.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. People aren't seeing it, but people love to watch other people interact, especially if they're on way opposite ends of the spectrum. But at the end of the day, like, we all are actually Pokemon fans. We had some experience with Pokemon probably when we were kids. The scalpers and stuff like that actually don't make content like that. I don't know, but I think a lot of people should start actually reaching out to other people and having them come onto their channels and whatever. I think the opportunity is there for more camaraderie in the community, And
I'm going to say this because it is true. A lot, like, we're small content creators, you and I.
Yeah.
Nothing comparison to like Leonhardt or like the other big ones out there. I will say that it is kind of wild to me that we've kind of lost that love of like the cards itself, the love of the Pokemon. And you're right, we should talk to more people. I've talked to a lot of people when I'm in line or when I go to events, because I do believe that we should like have that human connection. And it's also funny though. I will say I've talked to many scalpers. Like, I don't hesitate. I don't hesitate, bro. I'm like, yo, what's your favorite Pokemon? What do you do? Like, how long have you been in the hobby for? And 9 out of 10 times, Charizard. I love Charizard. It's like, so remember that the scalper fit. Again, hat.
The scalper fit.
Hat, like Lububu bag, baggedy ass jeans, hoodie, and Crocs. My favorite Pokemon is Charizard.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, and no offense to anybody that likes Labubus or whatever, and like enjoy your hobby. I would probably never approach anybody wearing a Labubu ever. Is that crazy?
No, it's not crazy. It's a flex. People who have Labubus have money.
I would never approach somebody rocking a Labubu on their Supreme bag across their chest, bro.
I have a video.
Crazy
I have
work.
A video where I met a guy, a self-proclaimed Pokemon investor. It was at a card show a couple months ago. He had, it's a really rare card. It's the Latios Rainbow card. Shit.
Okay.
I think it's Cosmic Eclipse. It's a Latios. Chat, help us out. It was a PSA
Is it the Lovebirds
10
card?
It's the Lovers one. The Lovers one.
Yeah. Okay.
So the heart-shaped card, he literally had that keychain like Logan Paul, and it was a PSA 10, and he was just walking around with that, and it was just like the biggest flex, man. Like, there's some guys out there who would absolutely do that, and they would carry around a Labubu, and I think he would have been that guy. So.
Yeah, I've actually started to notice that I don't really watch vendor POV content, and that's another subsection that has taken off to new heights in the hobby and has transformed the hobby essentially. But I've noticed that too. People wearing their slabs and whatever bag they have and stuff.
It's weird.
I mean,
it's weird.
It's cool. it's cool, I guess, if that's what you want to just flex on your customers like that. But and then at the same time they'll be like, oh no, this isn't for sale. So it's like, okay, so you're just flexing.
It is literally just a flex, and I talk a lot about that. Like, there's a lot of people in the hobby who love to flex the wealth, the value, and it's kind of like it's dumb. I think it's dumb. I'm sorry. Like I love my Pokemon cards, but I'm not gonna wear it. You know, I love Pokemon. I wear Pokemon attire, but I'm not gonna walk around like with a whole suit of Pokemon cards. I feel like that's poor taste. You know, that's just kind of flexing.
I mean, imagine, and this comes in with the risk as well. Imagine somebody just pulls up to you and you don't have a gun. They do have a gun. It's like, okay, well, there you go. Here's my multi-$1,000 card that I'm wearing like an idiot. So people are just crazy.
And that's why I want to say, like, why we should remove the Pokemon Center vending machines. Because I remember in 2021, it was like Brookfield, Minnesota. Someone did pull a gun on someone at a Target restock in the morning, and for like a month, all the Targets just like, you know what, this is too much. We're gonna stop selling Pokemon cards for like 2 months.
Yeah,
I think, and I generally mean this, the scarcity, the people like having crash outs in public, we're entering that area, man. Like I don't want to be like the guy who covers like a potential assault or physical altercation, and I preach this to anyone. I'm gonna say this in the chat as well. No violence, not worth it. Don't fight people. Don't escalate. It's not fucking worth it. But I'm seeing people escalate. I'm seeing people like elbow and like try to like push people out of like the Pokemon vending machine. That's just the reality, man.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And this happened during Shining Fates.
Yeah.
People were literally fighting over Shining Fates. And now if you're holding Shining Fates, you're one of the biggest laughing stocks in the world if you're holding Shining Fates. It's crazy how this sentiment changes for all of these sets.
Yeah.
I think when this bubble pops, it is going to be one of the most devastating. And this isn't fearmonger. I get labeled a fearmonger, fudder.
Same here.
It's what's really going to happen. And the funniest part is the same people that are telling us this now aren't going to be here when it happens.
No.
You know what I mean? They're not going to be here.
They're going to be gone. That's the thing about grifters is that they find another hobby to find. You know, sneakerheads. For 20 years, sneakerheads were selling Nike shoes, Michael Jordans, Air Jordans, whatever you want to call them. And suddenly, the companies that were making shoes print the fuck out of them, made them like crazy, like hotcakes. And now they're like, you know what? I'm gonna use my bots. I'm gonna join cook groups. I'm gonna go back in the Pokemon card scene. And I'm gonna give you a prediction right here, a hot take right here, Team Rocket Joey. I think in the next 5 years, the market will burst. 5 years. I think by 2030, people will be looking like idiots for hoarding Pokemon cards. That's just my hot take.
I think it'll be less time. I think it could even be as soon, it could be as soon as next summer, 2026 summer.
Okay.
If not, then Q1 of 2027 and 2027 summer is going to feel like the death of Pokemon. That's my prediction. It's just a prediction.
We're promise me right now, you're gonna come back. We're gonna do another live stream in 5 years, and when it bursts, it'll be funny because not funny. It'll be sad because I would hate to see that first of all, because that means shit hit the fan, shit really wet the bed, so to speak. But
yeah,
I think there's gonna be a combination of things. I think with how the actual job market is, the economy, I think people are not gonna be spending thousands of dollars on Pokemon cards, and we're not gonna be getting surplus checks. We're not gonna be getting free cash from the government. It's gonna be very much things are gonna be on the shelves because people can't afford it, so to speak.
Yeah, I just need all the content creators that say buy this now every day, everything's going up, buy this now. What are they gonna say when it doesn't go up? What are they gonna say? Where is all the attention going to come from if they're not hyper shilling stuff that's going down and nobody wants to watch it anymore because the money's gone?
The reality, and this is my other hot take, is that there will be like overall the market's gonna be bad. It's gonna flatline, but there will be elements and sections of that's gonna be thriving. I think people are
Yeah.
gonna go hard in singles. I think there's gonna be a more of a certain card element, and again, I don't really care about this stuff personally because I don't cover it. But I can see
Yeah.
people suddenly going and goo gagaing over like just certain cards, just certain sets. People will be selective rather than buying out everything, so to speak.
I and when I said the death of Pokemon, I don't mean that like we're going to zero, everything's dying. Just like we're going back. Everyone's favorite word. We're going back under MSRP.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I agree. No. So when we talk about the death of Pokemon, I agree with you. It's not gonna be like Pokemon cards. It's gonna be like extinct. It's gonna be more like scalpers won't be making as much money as they were before and right now.
Yeah.
People will not be spending. Oh, I'm not gonna spend like $200 on an ATB that just came out last week. That's what I mean. I think there's gonna be a level of like normalcy where it's like, oh, I go in Walmart and there's Pokemon cards that are in the shelves rather than there's gonna be like no Pokemon cards because it just died. I think it's gonna be more like people can find shit again, and that's a good thing in my opinion.
No, for sure. What? So people don't understand this either. So we saw the sentiment shift from all of these sets from being super undervalued, no one cared about them, this and that, to being way overly super overvalued. People don't understand that the opposite can happen.
Yeah.
Like when Obsidian Flames came out, people were paying $130 for the box.
Yeah. Dumb.
And then what happened? It's a small set. It got printed too much, and it was $70. Like, I think that this is my hot take with Mega Evolutions. I think the pull rates are going to be extremely easy. People are only that have just entered from Surging Sparks forward, especially Prismatic forward, have only seen tough pull rates.
Yeah.
It's not always tough pull rates. People experiencing only Prismatic, one of the worst pull rates ever, and thinking that that's normal. That's not normal. When the new Scarlet Violet era came out, it was easy to hit.
Yeah.
Everything was easy to hit. That's why nothing was expensive, because people thought that this isn't valuable. It's so easy, so common. I don't even want this. I'm going to go into whatever. I don't know what people were buying back then. But they sure were not buying Pokemon booster boxes.
No, they weren't. And I remember the days when Evolving Skies was plentiful because the pull rates were bad. But then afterwards, you had a lot, like the Sword and Shield eras when I really was collecting a lot. And so, but I do remember X and Y. I remember X and Y. I remember when Steam Siege or Siege Steam or whatever, that was like everywhere. No one fucking wanted it. So it's just kind of like a hit or miss. Yeah. Evolutions. A great example. Evolutions. No one wanted those evolution cards. And now, because of us, older millennials, whatever you want to, younger millennials, older Gen Z, we're now just buying out everything because it's just like part of like the love. So I remember the days when the Pokemon Center didn't even have exclusive Pokemon Center ETBs. Shit, I want to say.
Me too.
I'll put it out right there. I think Pokemon Center should stop selling exclusive Pokemon Center ATBs. That's my hot take.
That's a hot take.
That
might be one of the hottest takes I've ever heard. Honestly.
Yeah, no, it's dumb. Again, what's the difference between a Pokemon Center ETB besides the promo card and 2 extra packs compared to a regular ETB?
Nothing. I mean, different box artwork, but still, even then, is nothing. And the fact that it says Pokemon Center exclusive on the front.
Exactly. Again, we're creating exclusivity because it sells. And it sucks because I fall into the trap. I'll be honest with you. I love buying Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. But is it like a good opportunity for people to buy stuff? No. Unless you're the first one that clicks the goddamn link in the queue, you're cooked. You're not going to be able to find shit. So,
how do you feel that Prismatic Evolutions came out in February?
January, yeah, February. Yeah.
not even a year, the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs cost $350 today. Would you buy it at that price?
No.
Not even a year old. The Hyper Echo Chamber is telling us that they don't work for Pokemon, by the way. The Hyper Echo Chamber is telling us Pokemon is probably just going to move on. They're not going to reprint any more of this stuff. And as soon as we start to hear that stuff, a new Costco drop. I mean, that's, I'm not talking exclusively about the Pokemon Center ETBs, but it's like people are so goofy thinking, and they've never seen Crown Zenith, Shining Fates, any of these stuff that have absolutely gone nuclear on a printing because the demand was so high. They want to cherry pick all these sets that, like what is it? I don't Phantom Forces. I don't even Team Up. There it is.
Yeah,
they'll
Team Up.
always
there
go,
you go.
They'll always go back to Team Up and say, yeah, this set right here was short printed, and it's like, okay, so you don't want to have like a comparison to a set that's came out more recently, more modern, but you want to go 2 eras back. It's like people just move the goalpost and find a way how to snake oil people into believing that whatever they're saying is true, even though they have no idea what's going on. None of us have any idea what Pokemon is planning.
You're right. And I remember people they felt like they were rug pulled because we're still printing and making prismatic evolutions to this day. But the one thing I will say about prismatic evolutions is that they introduced God packs, ball cards. Like, there is that element of, like, unique exclusivity that other sets don't have compared to prismatic evolutions. But I think it's really dumb that, again, going back to the Pokemon Center exclusivity ETBs, why does an ETB that just says Pokemon Center cost $350 compared to a regular ETB? No one fucking cares besides collectors. It really does. Like, if you're a kid, you don't care. You just want to rip packs,
Yeah, that premium is actually disgusting. But
it's stupid. And
people are paying it, though. That's the even crazier part.
So I'm going to tell you something and, confess. Not really confession. It's more like an open answer. I have never bought anything
above... Kenny Boulder confessions.
I've never bought anything above retail or MSRP. Ever.
Really?
Yeah. I skip it if I can't buy it. If I can't get it, I'll skip it. Nah. So
that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
And the last thing I bought, I told you, was the Blooming Waters boxes, and I did pay over MSRP for those. But the only other thing that I've ever paid over MSRP for was my Cosmic Eclipse and Unbroken Bonds box. Everything else under MSRP or MSRP.
I mean,
I don't need, no matter how good the set is, I don't need it if I'm paying $2-3, especially if it's in, if it got printed, if it came out less than a year ago. I already learned my lesson. I don't need that. I don't need it right now. And I don't know.
I want to say, I think that's a fair point, and there's nothing wrong with buying stuff you want. I think the problem is that a lot of people, for a reason, they're willing to pay the extra $35, $50, and I think that's like, again, you're feeding into like the scalpers. You're feeding into people who are third-party sellers. And I get it. Like, hey, maybe you want to rip a really rare card from Prismatic Evolutions, but why would you fucking pay $300 for an ETB that you're going to open? Right?
People that are paying over MSRP to rip and chase are a different level of human that I could never ever, after Champions Path, I learned my lesson doing that. Again, that's why I come on here and try to tell people, like you said, don't walk into the burning building because that building is burning.
Like, for me, I think that like, we don't talk about this a lot, but I do think there's a lot of gambling in Pokemon. And what that means is
100%.
People who, like, who have that gambling mindset where they the next rip, the next hit, it's gonna be a pull,
Yeah.
it's gonna be something I want. And obviously there is that element of dopamine in your brain. Like shit. When I opened and ripped and found like a rare alternative art secret rare card, I was like that was like the highlight of my night. But like people will seriously chase that high for like months trying to rip and find cards, and they'll get desperate because right now it's a stupid market. Unless you're really lucky, you will have to go through scalpers and other people to buy more than like 3 ETBs. So I think some people would willingly pay like $500 to get a $50 card. That's insane. Just buy the card.
Well, yeah, this is me just going back to that whatnot ripping or not ripping ship, the wheel spin stream I was watching.
Yeah.
It was the same 2 or 3 people purchasing this stuff, and the highest ticket item was a Prismatic Evolutions SPC, and that's $220. I was watching them spend way over $220 in a couple of minutes. Instead of just going out and buying the SPC at market price, it's like it's one thing to pay over market. It's another thing to pay to gamble and never get it and pay 10x over that price to never get it and get Korean packs.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And obviously, like again, I keep saying they're geniuses. They are. This is like an easy win. Like for me, if I could wear a scalper brain, absolutely, you can make so much money off of people. But like for me, I want to live and look in the mirror and be like, hey, I'm a good person. I want to wake up and be like, I actually have a heart. I care about the hobby. I'm not caring about just the money. And that's the worst part, Team Rocket Joey, is people have gotten the hobby for the wrong reasons. And that's to make cash and easy money. So
easy money,
baby.
What happens when the money goes away? All those people go away.
I mean, that's the reality. That's the truth, dude. And to conclude this amazing live stream, I do want to emphasize that. Like, I do think things will get better. I think that there will be a lull in the market, so to speak, where people can find shit for once. It might take a couple years, though. It might take, like I said, between 1 to 5 years. I don't think the market's going to cool down because, again, the 30th anniversary is next year, and that's going to be fucking insane. So, unless the market's so bad where we're in like a recession where people are losing their jobs, then it doesn't really, people are going to be still buying the next set and the next after away. And again, Mega Evolutions, and of course the next one, which is, what was it? Plasmid Flames, right? PFP? The one that came out today.
Phantasmal Flames, yeah.
Phantasmal Flames, man. Charizard, baby. Goo Goo Gaga. Mega Charizard. Gengar.
Can't forget Gengar.
Like, this November is going to be a shit show. I can feel it in my bones. People are going to go crazy. There's, UPCs, a Zard UPC, and I think people are going to be fighting tooth and nail to get that stuff because it's just...
Don't forget, there's a Moltres UPC coming out, too. There's
a Team Rocket! A Team Rocket UPC. It's stupid. Again, here's my other hot take. And I'm not trying to throw shade because I know you have something behind you. I feel like people who have steel collections that are just like large, massive, like $10,000 collections, at that point, you're just a hoarder. I'm sorry. Like,
oh no, for sure. and I felt like that. I felt like there was a time over the last 2 years, I think it was in 2023, where I was literally questioning, like, why did I even buy all of this stuff?
Yeah.
How am I going to sell it? Like, I was getting anxiety over it because nobody wanted it. Nobody was going to pay. Like, I was literally just breaking even from what I bought it at. And I was actually like seriously getting like thinking to myself, like, did I mess up? Did I make a crazy mistake? And all I did was I just held it and I just held through. And I don't think a lot of people will be able to mentally handle that feeling. 99% of people will not be able to handle that type of pressure of, did I make a mistake? I'm sitting on way too much stuff. Yeah. This looks like a hoarder's house. Like, yeah, I don't know.
That's the difference between brokers and Pokemon investors. You know, like end of the day, if you're a stockbroker on Wall Street, you can easily just turn that into cash, easy.
Click a button.
Click a
And it's
button,
gone.
and it's gone. And if you're a Pokemon investor trying to sell and flip and sell your bulk collection, who the fuck's gonna pay $20,000 for your collection? You know?
Good luck.
And I seriously like it's like delusional seeing like, oh man, I got 25 Evolving Skies booster boxes. You know? It's like, no, how are you gonna find someone to pay, $15K for like 5 booster boxes? I don't know.
Right.
You're gonna have to piecemeal that shit. You're gonna have to sell that one at a time. And yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna make a profit for sure. Obviously, especially if you paid for retail for MSRP. But the question is, it's gonna take a long time, bro, to sell all that money.
Oh no, for sure. Especially if you have like a bunch of just random different stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is news to me, but apparently, collection boxes aren't worth investing into, even though they have like Evolving Skies in them, this and that. But that's one of the things said in the investing hobby, that you should only buy booster boxes. Don't buy anything else but booster boxes only.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
I mean, that's the reality, bro, is that snake oil salesman. And again, that might seem like good logic, and I can see that appeal. I really do. I really do. Like, I can see the appeal of like, oh, these cards are worth of value. I can make value, make money after that. But the problem is that you're going to start looking like a hoarder when you have like thousands of boxes in your basement. And I'm not going to lie, Pokemon cards take so much fucking space. Those boxes are big boxes. You're not going to be able to hoard and just keep things together. And what happens if, like I talk about like life crises, like your car breaks down.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to sell things that quickly to repair your car. You won't.
Well, that's another thing too. Like most of these young people have never had life experiences like that, to where they've encountered a life crisis ever. They don't think they're real. They think they're untouchable. They think nothing will ever go wrong in life. The younger people are, the more they feel confident in that ideology.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm praying for the people that are buying this stuff on credit cards and hoarding it, because that is, like I said, good luck.
Like some people out there who spend thousands of dollars on their credit cards, they're probably living with that credit card interest going up because they're sitting on money. And I get it. You can do whatever, I'm not going to be bossing and telling people what they should do with their money, but it doesn't make sense for me that you're spending credit card dollars on Pokemon cards to then sell to get money back. I feel like that's just like a recipe for disaster. And for me, I've been lucky, man. Like I'm able to spend the things I want to spend and open the things I want to open. But I know a lot of folks who are like, literally, it's dire and they're on like paycheck. And it's like, I have to sell to make money for my children, Kenny Boulder. It's like, fuck you, dude. Find a job that pays you an actual like living wage, and that gives you insurance and retirement fund. Like, come on.
Yeah, it just goes back to people being extremely goofy, bro. Like,
something we didn't talk about, and I think this is going to be it for me, but because again, I really appreciate your time, is that influencers, Poke YouTubers who like hype and sensationalize, I don't think that they realize that they're giving really bad financial advice.
Oh, 100%.
And there is that element of like, oh, I'm not a financial advisor, but like, I think people are dumb enough to think that Pokemon cards could be a retirement fund. And those folks are going to be bag holding for fucking years when the market potentially bursts. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your time as well. And I'll say this to end that off. These people that are writing these dudes in their comment section, I can guarantee you that the content creators do not care about the people in their comment section, because you can clearly see that they don't respond to anybody in their comment section. So if you do believe that they care about you, yikes.
Yeah, it's
That
literally
is for
like
sure. Yikes.
you're gonna see people, and I think they're gonna like. I'm not gonna say lawsuits, but I think there's gonna be an era sometime in the next 10 years where someone's gonna sue YouTubers saying that, oh, you told me to buy this card and then I spent all my money, and it's gonna be like, really? Why would you do that? And it's just like I'm waiting for that day to come. I really am. I really am.
Yeah.
Like it's coming, man. There's gonna be like a reckoning eventually because that's just how this market is. It's stupid. People are dumb, and people are gonna get. They're gonna bite more than they can chew. So.
It's not up forever. Well, yeah, thank you for coming on. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Kenny Boulder. He is a legend in the content creator space. I have watched him for a very long time, and he does cover all of the greasy scalpers that infiltrate the hobby. Go ahead.
Right back at you as well, guys. I want to give a huge shout out to Team Rocket Joey. Obviously, I'm a big fan of his work as well, and I encourage y'all. Again, he's my first live stream interview. So, and this is my birthday, and he invited me. You know, I really appreciate him coming on.
Sir.
So please check out his channel as well. I think I can give my seal of approval. Like he is one of the good ones out there for in this world of Poketubers who just basically preach about how much cards are, how much the value are. I think he does a service to the Pokemon card community. So.
Yes, sir. Again, happy birthday to you. And thank you for coming on. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, man. You have a great day. Again, I really appreciate you. And again, I would love to collaborate more. I want to make that clear. This will not be our last time of chatting together. It won't.